It's not that there's not enough wealth in the world. The world is infinite possibility. Money's a frickin' energy field. That's all it is. It's not enough. We've got infinite energy. What they've done is made sure that the energy we call money comes into their control, because they understand the way, the process of getting energy flows of certain kinds going in their direction. Then they manipulate us to go like that, push them away. All the time we're pushing away what we want because we don't think it can happen. Nothing ever happens to me any good. You know, everything goes wrong. You know, I'm having quite a good day today, but you watch it, it'll change. What happens? See, I told you, it's bloody changed. No, you have created that. Your reality is it's going to be shit this afternoon because it's been great this morning. Hey, it's shit this afternoon. See, I told you, you were right. It's nothing to do with you. It's just, you're so unlucky. I had this guy wrote to me years ago. He said for 16 years he kept facing the same situation, and every time he made the same, it was in different forms, but the same basic choice, and he kept making this choice. And it kept repeating and repeating and repeating and repeating, because he was creating it. It was his reality. And one day, after all this time, he was safe. It was basically the same choice, and he made a different choice. That situation never arose again, because he had changed his reality. There's a great line: if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got, because of the law of attraction. We are in control. We attract to us what we most fear because of the law of attraction. What we focus on, oh my God, I hope it doesn't happen, oh, it's going to be terrible. Whoa, away it comes. When I was a footballer, when I was not in a confident mood, or I was in a kind of down mood, and I said, oh God, I hope I don't let people down today, I hope I don't make a mistake, it's a big game, I would make a mistake. Because I was creating my reality. I can see it now. So obviously that's what I was doing. When I was in a different mode, I didn't make mistakes. Because I was in a different mental state. I was attracting a different reality. It's all us that is creating this. The difference is understanding this and saying, okay, I now am going to create my reality from my perception and what I want, instead of I'm going to accept unknowingly, because I don't know how it all works, an implanted version of reality, which I will then create an experienced reality that suits the people who have implanted the reality. Get rid of that. It's still the same process of creating your own reality. It's just that we are creating our wanted reality now, instead of taking on someone else's without realizing how the system works. Talk about fear. So Gandhi said, today is the tomorrow you worried about yesterday. Was it worth it? But they want us in a place of worry, sense of survival. Oh my God, what's going to happen next? Oh, have you seen the news? Bird flu, oh my God. They want that, because then we will create a reality that suits them. Divide and rule, fear. Save us, do something. Give me that Tamiflu. Give me that Tamiflu for the bird flu that Rumsfeld's got massive shares in. Go on, please. On the other way, if we put out love, we'll get love back. And not love, I love you darling, toy down the disco, but love that says, I love you whatever. Why? Because I am you, you are me. We are one consciousness. It's only our perceptions that divide us, not our conscious awareness, infinite reality. Infinite love is the only truth. Everything else is illusion. And we can create an illusion that is a nightmare. We can create an illusion that is everything we've ever dreamed of. We can create an illusion in which we are imprisoned by the few, or we can create an illusion in which we are infinitely free. It is our choice, and it is just a perception. It will still be an illusion, but it will be a nice illusion or an unpleasant illusion, because the only truth is we are infinite consciousness. We are all that ever has been, is, and ever will be. That's not bad news on a Saturday evening, really. I go into this stuff in my last 2 books, but I can tell you, through my years of research, there's always been some force that said, look at this, look at this, look at this. And right through the 90s, it was, look at this, 5 cents, look at this manipulation, look at these connections, look at the way they manipulate, look at this. Then it was, hey, look, other dimensional entities, look at this other dimensional level of this. And now it's saying, this through synchronicity of my life, it's saying, this is what you need to look at. Go for this, look at this, understand this, because this is the answer to that. And it's all this stuff about the nature of reality, because this is where the answers lie. And this is where most researchers will not go, because they're stuck in religion. We have created this matrix. We have created this false reality by going from infinite consciousness, taking on fear, more and more fear. These are pictures, by the way, by a brilliant artist called Neil Haig, a friend of mine, who has done the art in many of my books, including the last one. He's an absolutely brilliant artist. And he's got a website you can go to and see great pictures. And this is the way we have allowed fear to create this prison based on fear, based on losing contact with who we are, based on being divided and perceiving division instead of perceiving infinite consciousness. And just as we finish, one of the things that happens, this is how the matrix works. We come into this reality, and in a world where this knowledge was universal and known and encouraged, then that situation on the left is what we would be. We would be experiencing this reality and its challenges and its great things too. And we would be connected at the same time to infinite consciousness. We would be in the world and experiencing it, but we'd know we weren't of it. We would be perceiving it from another level. What actually happens is we come into this reality for whatever reason. It could again be the law of attraction. And we suddenly get caught in this eggshell of fear. We come out of the womb and we pick it up. We start to see that, if you step out of the box or you say things outside the norm, there's kind of consequences for that. People laugh at you, and kids at school and that stuff. And you start to withdraw, and you start to get more and more programmed. And so you end up being infinite consciousness, trapped in an illusory prison of our own creation, made up of a 4-letter word called fear and another one called lack of understanding of the nature of the world we live in, or another sentence, whatever you want to call it. And that's what it's been a long day. That's what we get caught in. But what people are beginning to do now is break the eggshell, break out of domination by the computer level of perception and start to be in this world again, but not of it. And that's what the wake-up is, and it is happening on a vast scale. I've traveled to more than 40 countries. I used to talk to next to nobody, absolutely next to nobody. I got very lonely some nights speaking about this stuff in the early 90s. But all over the world, this wake-up is happening. It won't get in the mainstream media. I mean, they won't understand it. What's happening? I've never heard of it. No one talks about it at the parties I go to, and all that stuff. But it's happening, and by the time it breaks through into the mainstream, it will be a tidal wave, and they wonder where it's bloody come from. Usual thing. Hey, where's this come from? Hey, where's that come from? I don't know. Am I finished? There you go. It's a new computer. It don't bloody work. It's just like this one, Anyway, this is breaking the eggshells. This is what we're doing now. We're starting to break out of this false reality and start to see beyond it. And that's the worst nightmare of the Illuminati. And that's one of the key reasons they're desperately, panic-strickenly pressing on with this Orwellian state. Because once you break through this level of perception into this reality, you start broadcasting that around on the alternative internet between DNA on the same wavelength. You start to wake other people up. People say, what can I do? When you wake up, you cannot walk down a supermarket aisle past people without affecting them on some level. You cannot do it because your wavelength starts getting picked up. We are like broadcasting a new drumbeat. And when we start to get to that level, you start seeing beyond the illusion. The Neo figure in The Matrix, once he started to break through at the end of that first movie and got through the illusion of death and realizing it's an illusion and it's not real, he stopped seeing those agents as they are on the left, and he started seeing them as they are on the right.